What are you guys doing? You guys are so bad. Ugh. If my teammates were better, I'd be Radiant ready. Why am I so unlucky? Riot must hate me, man. Hello ProGuides family, hope you guys are having a great day so far. It's Stray, back at it again with another video. If you haven't figured it out already, I was just imitating some misguided people with very bad mentalities that you could possibly have met before or could be actually you in Valorant. In any game, not just Valorant, there are people with very bad mentalities that causes teams to lose even when they still have a fighting chance in the game. For today's video, I want to talk to you guys specifically about the mentalities in Valorant and tell you guys all the wrong mentalities not to have if you guys want to climb ranked. Mentality is a huge aspect in competitive games and things spiral quickly if you let it. Remember, in order to win the game, sometimes you just have to let things go. Don't get into arguments and also don't flame teammates for making a mistake. They are just as human as you are. With that being said, as always, we have our question of the day. I want to ask you guys, what character in Valorant do you guys think have the best character design in the game? In terms of outfit or thematic, whatever you like. For me, I love Reyna's design. She's a vampire that sucks the living soul out of people to give herself health. She's the FPS version of lifesteal, and she goes hard after getting a kill. I love the bloodthirsty hunter that Reyna is. Let me know which agent design you guys really like in the comment section below. Alright, let's start this thing off. The first thing we're going to talk about is mainly about tilting. Ever have those games where one thing goes wrong and you say, this game sucks, and things just get worse and worse from there? Well, that's tilt. Tilting is extremely prevalent in many games and is a main factor causing players to lose it for their team. Tilting is when a player gets so frustrated or mad it starts affecting their decision making and makes them play a lot worse. This term originated from poker. Quite fitting, right? As playing ranked is pretty much gambling with getting good teammates. Now I want to tell you guys an important point I want you guys to take away. No matter what happens in the game, don't tilt. Haha, yeah, just, don't tilt, yeah? Right? Simple. Well, the thing is, if you tilt and start flaming teammates on what they're doing wrong, you'll start a conflict that will completely ruin and kill team chemistry. This will show what matters more to you, winning the game or winning an argument. Don't argue over something that's happened 3 rounds ago and ruin the mentalities of everybody on your team. Don't be that petty. Keep your head in the game and focus on winning. Try to treat everybody on your team respectfully, and even if they make a mistake, say it's okay and try to win the next round. You always want to have good team chemistry because Valorant is a team game. The moment one person doesn't want to cooperate due to you flaming them is the moment your chances of winning plummet. Always have a positive mental attitude and reinforce your team that you guys will pull through even when things are looking bad. Be the backbone your team needs to pull through close games through leadership. And in order to do that, you need to keep your own head in the game. Instead of focusing on others' play, focus more on playing solid yourself to make as few mistakes as you possibly can. Understand that people will make mistakes and you need to understand you do too. You're not perfect and you shouldn't expect perfection from others. That's why you're in the elo you're in. If you could play perfectly, you'd probably be Radiant by now and not watching this video. And I know just simply saying don't tilt is not very effective. It's a lot easier said than done. I'd advise when you start tilting and you realize it, do something that gets your mind off the game for a few seconds. It can be as simple as taking off your headphone, drinking some water, or walking around in your room. You just want to clear your head and come back focused. You don't want that frustration and anger to build up and then have you unleash it on your teammates, leading to a red box on that career tab. You don't want that. Do your best, guys, and try to keep a cool, calm head and to accomplish your task at hand, which is winning. Stay calm and don't tilt. This brings us to our next one, which is my teammates are holding me back. This is what I mentioned in the beginning. It's that if my teammates were better, I'd be Radiant mentality. While in some cases it might be true to an extent, don't fall into this victim mentality. It's not healthy and will stunt your development to becoming a better player. Like I said previously, focus on your own play to see what you can do better and help your team win. Be accountable for your mistakes and others will follow. Will your team to victory like Luka Doncic versus the Clippers. Instead of insulting your teammates and thinking that they can't do anything right, suggest to them in a polite way in what they can do for the next round. Maybe tell them to play a little safer, maybe buddy up, or maybe even watch the flanks. If you really feel like people are getting picked too much or your team can't hold the site, try to take some early 1v1s to open the round for your team. While Valorant is a team game, there are things you can do to help lead your team, and one of those things are getting an opening pick. First bloods are super important in getting your team the round win. If you can get one consistently and constantly win your gunfights, I guarantee you'll be climbing rank in no time. If you're in gold below, I'd highly recommend to just focus purely on mechanics. Straight up raw aiming and counter strafing. If you master that, it'll be a great foundation to take you into the higher elos. In order to climb, you need consistency. If you're platinum and you know you can beat diamonds, then prove it with your aim. Once you do prove it game after game, you'll be in diamond. Simple as that. Don't think that the game is always on your team. The game is in your hands if you make it to be. Have you ever heard somebody lose a gunfight and then say, "That guy is so lucky"? Well, that might not be luck. Maybe he's just better? Nah, no way that's true. Nobody should be able to win a duel with me unless it's just luck. Well, unless it's like a 360 no-scope operator shot at 50 meters, it's probably not luck. Either you made a mistake and couldn't headshot the enemy, or he was just better with his movement and aim and headshot you. Realize to yourself that enemies are human players that practice just as much as you do, and maybe even more. If you lose gunfights to them, that's perfectly okay. They were better mechanically in that instance, and you'll have other chances to beat them later. What's not okay is if you discredit them and disrespect them. By doing that, you'll probably run blindly into them and they'll punish you time and time again. Respect players that are decent and play around that instead of running into their crosshairs. If you never respect any opponent, you will get punished once you start meeting players in those higher ELOs. The next one is one I see the most probably in competitive play. When your teammate makes a mistake, it's always something along the lines of, why did you do that? You're so dumb, you're so stupid, you're a noob. Well, that's not very pleasant to hear, right? And definitely not so if you're on the receiving end. Don't harass your teammates even if they made a mistake. Move on past that. They know themselves that they messed up and they don't need more people ragging on them. Try to be instead a better teammate and cheer them up and go into the next round with good vibes. People don't know how much positive reinforcement helps take your team to the next level. Say some good things every time you win or your team does a good job. If they get anything like the first pick, hold the push, or clutch around, always try to hype them up. Say positive words like "nice," "good job," "well done" to bring up team morale. It's like dapping somebody after they score a goal or a bucket. So next time you're spectating and you see your teammates fumble and make a big mistake, try not to flame them. Try to rather say something along the lines like "nice try" and move on with your life. Don't bring that negative energy into the game. Always try to bring others up rather than down. The good old "I deserve to be in a higher rank than I currently am." If you think like this, stop it. There are always things to improve on no matter what rating you are, and everybody is working towards their own development. If you think you're better than you actually are, you won't focus on improvement and looking over your mistakes. The first step to improvement is accepting that there are things to work on. Once you acknowledge that, you can move into fixing those areas to become better. And how do you do that? Well, if you're lacking in mechanics, definitely go practice that daily. Do the aim drills we recommended in our Aim Like the Pros video, warm up before every game, and understand key concepts in how to take aim duels in Valorant with things like angle advantage, counter strafing, and crosshair placement. This is a fantastic time to bring up VOD reviews. VOD reviews are great for looking over your own gameplay and figuring out what is going wrong. It's great to help see what you need to fix in terms of mechanics, but also develop your game sense. Game sense is very important as you need to know what's going on and where to put your attention to. On ProGuides.com, we currently have a pro video review where you can upload your gameplay to get it reviewed by a coach right this moment. You just record your gameplay, upload the file, and get a fantastic coach to help you review and go over things you might have missed going over yourself. If you haven't already, definitely go check out ProGuides.com and try out the new VOD review system. That'll play a great part towards your development as a player. Also, creating an account on ProGuides.com is completely free and we do a lot of stuff on there, so be on the lookout. From free classes daily, to podcasts, to even tournaments, we're doing big things with not just Valorant, but with a lot of different games. I'd highly recommend to go create an account and browse some of the free Valorant courses we have there if you guys want to become better. I hope to catch you guys there, as I'll also be hosting some of the Valorant classes you see online, so I'll be really excited to see some of you guys. Coming back to our last topic, this one is for people that might be a little too overconfident. Confidence is a great thing in a game like Valorant where you need to take duels, don't get me wrong, but also it could lead possibly to your demise. I just wanted to bring this up real quick for people that are very confident in their aim. Right now, as we all know, operators are huge in Valorant. Even if you feel like you're the better aimer compared to your opponents, you might still get shot down by the big sniper gun. This is something that has been plaguing a lot of games and a lot of people are complaining about this. I just wanted to mention to you guys briefly, when you guys do know that the other team has an operator by pressing tab, you have to respect that and play a whole lot safer. When the enemy team does have them and have a lot of money, play slower and play more around your smokes. Once your smokes are deployed, you can start moving up and taking ground, leading to an execution. If you don't rely on smart, methodical play, you'll catch yourself spectating your teammates quite a bit. So don't fall into the mentality of thinking just because you're the better aimer that you'll win, because sometimes that's just not how it pans out. And here we are, we've reached our end. Thank you guys so much for staying around, and I hope you guys learned some bad mentalities to not bring into your ranked games. I know it's tough sometimes to keep a cool head and not blame your team, but realize that if you stay focused on your own play and perform well, you will climb in the long run. The game is in your hands most of the games you play, whether you choose to believe it or not. Of course, there are times you get trolls, levers, or inters. Well, you have to make up for that by playing better in the games where you don't get those trolls, levers, or inters. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, and be sure to subscribe for more future content. My name is Trey, and it's always a pleasure to be here, and I want to wish you all the best in your endeavors. Peace out, guys. Have a good one.